Hi there, I'm Fox 13 meteorologist Nash Rhodes with an update on the tropics. As we take a look at the storm naming list, notice we've gotten all the way down to Gordon and crossed that one off the list as Tropical Storm Gordon formed in the middle of the Atlantic yesterday. Gordon formed 2,700 miles away from our coastline. In fact, farther away than that. That's its current location. To put this all in perspective, it is in the middle of the central and eastern Atlantic at this hour. And even though this looks fairly symmetrical here on enhanced satellite imagery, it's actually very disorganized and very lopsided. The center of this system is out here on the west side of it, with all that thunderstorm activity draped on the east side of it because of the high amounts of shear that it's currently dealing with out in the middle of the Atlantic. The National Hurricane Center is taking that shear into account with its latest forecast cone as it calls on this to weaken into a tropical depression as it moves west-southwest over the next few days. And then at some point toward the middle of next week, likely strengthening and taking a turn back to the north. A weakness in high pressure to its north should allow that alley for this to take that turn, and models have been consistent on this for at least a week now. So fantastic news if it does so. That would likely keep it away from the United States and away from most, if not all, land masses as a whole, which would be the first named storm that we've had so far this season to avoid making landfall at some point in its lifespan. If it does, you've got Alberto, Chris, Beryl, Francine, Debbie, and Ernesto there. All of these making landfall at some point in time. Enhanced satellite imagery showing, apart from Tropical Storm Gordon, we actually have a disturbance that we're keeping tabs on just off the coast of the United States. This one's been bumped back up to just a 50% chance of formation over the next 7 days from the low chances that it had just a few days ago. 30% chance of forming over the next 48 hours, but it's really into the beginning of next week that we'll be watching for this to have a chance to take on tropical characteristics as it works its way back to the west-northwest, potentially toward the Carolinas or eastern sections of Georgia. Just something worth watching. Either way, most models keep this on the weaker side, likely as a tropical depression or tropical storm, and that's if it forms in the first place. Models are also very divided on if that's going to happen. You're looking at the Fox model and the European model here, each not showing very much. The GFS showing a large area of low pressure, for instance, heading into Monday morning just off the coast of South Carolina. All of these forecast models kind of wavering in their indecisiveness if this takes on tropical or subtropical characteristics. Either way, we'll keep you up to speed if that becomes our next named system, because there are no other areas of disturbed weather that we're tracking. If anything else forms out there, we'll keep you updated right here at myfoxhurricane.com.